What's going on, guys? Hey, I want to come back to. I wanted to bring you a story about another racist hoax. And I mean, this country should be pretty used to them by this point. We've had, numerous hoaxes due to racist narratives, like Jesse Smollett back several years ago. We have seen this over and over again. And Bubba Wallace, we have seen things over and over again. But this one is kind of unique because no parties are actually lying when it comes to the evidence. But somebody's trying to mislead you in a way. But you guys can watch this and let me know what you think down below.
A Charles County man is outraged after he placed a drive-through order at Chick-fil-A, and he says a worker printed a racist name on the label.
Our Amy Cho has that story you will only see here on News 4.
When Marquise Manzego got his food from the La Plata Chick-fil-A drive-thru last Friday, he was shocked to see this printed on the label, the word monkeys instead of his name.
It was devastating because it just set me back, years. As a black male, we've gone through a lot, and it just it's a constant reminder. Just when you think you're healing from a situation, someone opens that wound back up.
Manzego says he went inside to complain, and a manager and the store owner later apologized to him. Manzego says the owner told him he wouldn't fire the employee involved because the employee was a minor and said he misheard the name. Manzego says he placed the order face-to-face, not through a microphone, because the worker was standing outside in the drive-thru line.
I think that it could have been handled a lot differently. I definitely think that the employee should have been terminated on the spot. It's unfortunate that he might end up losing his job, but that happens. He needs to learn from this.
Manzego says he's hired an attorney, and he's considering filing a federal lawsuit against Chick-fil-A for discrimination.
I won't be going back to that Chick-fil-A any longer. Racism is still alive.
His name is Marquise. Marquise. Now, I'm not saying that's monkeys. I'm not saying so. But it's close to a degree. Especially, man, if you're some kind of high school kid that we had never heard of the name Marquise, and you're trying to figure out how to spell it. Again, the kid should have asked, what was your name? I didn't quite hear you. And, but again, we all know, we understand the kids, teenagers, and again, I'm sure this guy was high school because again, they won't release his name or age or anything else. And, again, we've got to understand that they're not going to ask. Again, they're going to put whatever the Santa Claus down, and that's pretty much it. And again, we also have to understand that we're not going to have white people, especially white kids. Again, this guy was probably born like in 2008, if he's like 16. And, again, he's not going to be racist towards a black person. Again, there's no history of nothing. The kid was born, iPhones are already out. But, again, we got to think, this kid's going to be racist. No, he's not. No, he is not. And again, what he did, I'm sure, was said, okay, what he said was something like this. And he sounded it out. And again, monkeys. And that's what he came up with. And that's what he put on the receipt. And, he might have thought to himself, maybe this guy was kind of joking or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, man, he wasn't trying to be racist. But nowadays, man, people have got such a hard on for this fake racist tropes. Really, they are turned on by this. Again, this guy he saw dollar signs. And again, it doesn't matter, teaching the kid a lesson, whatever. It's not teaching the kid a lesson. This guy needs to learn. This grown man needs to learn, and he does know what he's doing. He knows that he's alleging racism where none exist. He knows that. But again, he's doing that because he sees dollar signs. So again, there's no values there. There's no morals. None. And again, the kid did learn a lesson. He learned that a lot of black people, not all, but a lot, are fragile. They will buckle. They will scream racist no matter what. They don't think to themselves, wait, my name is kind of close to that. And again, this kid was probably intimidated by me and did not want anything to come across as racist. So again, that's why he didn't ask me. But, the fact of the matter is, man, the reason why the manager and the owner are not going to fire the young man is because he did nothing wrong and they understand that. And again, my hat's off to them because they understand this kid was not being racist and they're willing to stand up for him, which nowadays is very, very, very seldom. Very few are willing to stand up and say, no, we're not going to fire him just because you say he's being racist and you're black. We're not going to do that. And again, that takes guts. That takes conviction. You have to really understand, really believe that this kid is not being racist at all. And again, Marquise, he would understand that if actually he would step back and look at it. And again, he probably already does, but he's not going to, again, walk away from a payday. And again, this guy, I don't know how old Marquise is, but I wouldn't say he's any older than me. And again, he's up there saying that I just healed from this. I'm just healing from all the stuff that black people have gone through. All the stuff that we have gone through, and I'm just now healing. And this kid opened up the womb. Oh, my poor me. That's not even close to being true. I'm not even close to it. First of all, man, how old are you? Like 45, 50 tops? Again, what did you suffer? Were you a slave? Did you work on a plantation somewhere? I mean, honestly, man. But the fact is, you saw a payday, and you are alleging you are being racist towards the kid. I mean, look at all the race hoax over the last so many years. Again, they make victims out of white people, especially white men. And they're not real. Pretty much all of them have turned out to be completely false. I mean, think Jesse Smollett, Bubba Wallace. I mean, they're false. But again, we have to. So the only racism out there right now is racism towards white people, especially white men. We have no problem with that. This country has no problem. The Western world has no problem with it. And again, that's what the issue is right there. But in this country, there's so little racism that we actually have to invent it, manufacture it. I'm going to show you here a clip of Tyrese, singer Tyrese, talking to that ableist chasing race hoaxer Ben Crump. And again, this would not happen any other way than this way. Couldn't. But guys, watch this.
President Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly and specifically motivated by Trump. And so everybody started treating Asians, beating them, killing them, shooting them, stabbing them, hurting them. And then he gets into the White House, skips over every black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer or a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say, he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again. But it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same law to be signed into law when it comes to black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is you're saying that black and brown people will continue to be disposable.
The thing is, Tyrese, you gotta understand that majority of I would say the majority of anti-hate crime bills are done because of black folks. I mean, again, they're not done because of Asians, but you're mad because you see that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris sold you out and whatever. And they did sell you out, but just not the way you think. And again, we have to understand that it's not because of Donald Trump or MAGA that Asian people were attacked more. They were attacked overwhelmingly by black people. Overwhelmingly. Not white. But again, we gotta buy into whatever bullshit you're selling. And the mainstream is selling. And again, Ben Crump knows the truth. He does. He knows numbers. But again, he doesn't care. Why? Because again, that's how he makes his money. That's how. And again, the majority of people that attack black people are black themselves. So again, if you want to address that issue, talk to black folks. They're the ones attacking black folks. And again, if you talk about interracial violence, white people are almost 10 times more likely to be attacked by blacks than black people are to be attacked by whites. Almost 10 times. But again, they don't want you knowing that. Because again, it doesn't go along with the narrative they're trying to push. And again, that's why we have these racial hoax. That's why. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a.